Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why am I feeling this way? Doesn't even make sense. I'm Fran Maria, mindset and wellness coach who has ADHD, and I believe in growing and learning together. So let's walk this journey together. We are now on truth number 7 from this book called Finding Me Again by Olivia Coleman. Truth number 7. Your feelings don't have to make sense to anyone, not even to you. I think a lot of us have been taught that if we can't explain our feelings, then we shouldn't have them. We try to talk ourselves out of being hurt. We tell ourselves we're overreacting, or we compare our pain to someone else's and decide we shouldn't feel the way we do, and then we proceed to feel bad for how we are feeling. I can relate to this because for most of my life, I've had very intense emotions. There have been way too many times when my emotions seemed to just completely take over my words. I'd say things in the heat of the moment, out of anger, out of grief, out of pain. And it wasn't until later, sometimes much later, that I'd realized how much my emotions had been doing the talking. And there have been many times when I sat there completely confused, wondering, why am I even feeling this way? I don't understand it. I've also had countless people tell me that I was wrong for feeling the way I felt. And that one always confused me because my first thought was, how can my feelings be wrong if I'm genuinely feeling them? Over the years, I've learned something that has helped me. Yes, our feelings are real and they're valid, and they are definitely worth paying attention to. But our feelings are not facts. Sometimes they're pointing us towards something that needs healing. Sometimes they're reacting to an old wound. Sometimes they're asking us to slow down before we act. That one can be a hard one if you tend to feel emotions fast and quick. I know. I don't think the goal is ignoring our feelings. I think the goal is to acknowledge them, understand them, and then choose our response instead of letting the emotion choose it for us, which can definitely be easier said than done. I know from personal experience. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the space to simply say, this is what I'm feeling right now, without immediately trying to fix it, without trying to justify it, and without pretending it isn't there. Because when we allow ourselves to acknowledge our feelings with honesty and compassion, they often become easier to understand over time. So here's something I'd like you to think about. Is there a feeling you've been trying to explain away instead of simply acknowledging it? Remember to like, follow, and share.